Luke Tanaka with head volleyball coach Julie Hall. Coach, the week started off with a really big straight sets win over Carthage. We sat right here last week and we talked about how it was going to be a tough match against Carthage. So what did your team do so well?
I think we served well and we just had focus. And that was, we knew they were going to come in and do some great things because we haven't beaten them for a while. So the focus we had that night and the crowd really helped as well.
Get another match at home coming up too. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But first, a 2-1 trip to Wisconsin, which included victories over a couple of teams you had lost to earlier in the year. Do you think that wins over Whitewater and La Crosse kind of show where your team has come since early in the year?
Yeah, I really do. I think we're stepping up. We're still having lineup shakeups all the time, and it's like who's going to play well here, and our back row still needs to come around. That's for sure. But definitely took a step forward with a lot of different areas this weekend, and Friday night was a test with us with Trinity. We weren't even ready for that, and I was a little concerned, but they came back with renewed energy on Saturday for sure.
The only loss of the week was to Trinity, Texas, who is just outside of the rankings, probably will jump into the rankings with a couple of wins at that tournament. But you had Hannah Nimrick almost reach a quadruple double. And do you think that really shows how she's rounded out her game in her 4 years here at Elmhurst?
Yeah, I think Hannah's one of our best defensive players for sure. And obviously, attacking-wise, she's getting a little frustrated this year because everybody in the country has got a beat on her about what she's doing. So she just has to keep her focus in that area. But her setting this weekend was the best I've seen in her 4 years. So that piece of it is pretty exciting.
Offensively, it seems like you can't pinpoint one player who has 15 kills. It's a bunch of players with at least 10, at least 9. And at least looking at the box scores from this past weekend, is it nice to have so many options to set to if you're Hannah Nimrick?
She's pretty happy about it. Like as long as we get those passes up, this is one of the best offensive teams we've had for a while. And you're right. Across the board, they're all hitting extremely well. So, yeah, we have to be happy about that.
Tuesday sets up a match with Augustana, and it's going to be at home. You mentioned the crowd against Carthage. Is it going to be nice to play in front of the home crowd again?
It's going to be alumni night for us, and Shannon Subcheck-Larson is getting inducted this coming weekend, so we're going to honor her as well. But yeah, it'll be fun to play in front of the alums. I'm certain a lot of them haven't seen us play. We've been on the road so much this season so far, but should be a fun matchup. Augie is really well coached and coming around, and they'll give us all we need to handle.
Then Friday, a bit of a test with Chicago and Juniata, a couple of very good teams coming up. But what's it going to take to keep this momentum rolling that you've had the last couple of weeks?
It's just there's no give-me's on this schedule, and it's every week they have to keep stepping up. And Chicago just beat WashU, so a formidable team, and they're in our region. It's another one of those things where our kids have to really keep the focus again and just create the momentum that they've had and keep it going.
Blue Jays at home on Tuesday against Augustana. Sure to be another electric atmosphere, Coach. Thanks for joining me.
No problem. Thank you, Luke.